data science, automation. What does that mean? Where can you do this? For that, I thought a lot. How do I visualize this? A good idea, I think, is to visualize it and look into one of my earlier videos, the slides from one of my earlier videos. So the idea behind it, if you look at the process of data science, what's going on, what are you doing here? And now hopefully the cursor works. Yes, the cursor works. So a quick recap, what you're doing is data science and machine learning is you have a training phase. This is that's the first phase, and then you're putting the thing into production, your model, your algorithm into production, and then it generates outputs that you're going to use for something to achieve a business or generate a business value. And now now it's gone again. No, it's not. Okay. Now the idea here is where can you automate stuff here? So if you look at first, when you're training your model, you're feeding it with training and with test data, and this data has always some ratio, and the ratio and it can be different. So you can modulate here the ratio and basically the data that you select to train and to test. So you can make difference here, and this basically you can automate this. This is the first step. You can very easily automate the data that you feed for or that you use for training and test. And very simple automated task. You just try different stuff. This is the first thing. The second thing you see on the left side here, again, hyperparameters, or basically the parameters, how you set up your training algorithm. These also you can basically change them, automated. You can, it's like this is a brute force. You can go or edit with the brute force or in some boundaries, make this clever. But theoretically, you could use a brute force thing for here, so you can automate this. So you can basically the left side here, you can very good automate. You could also automate which can I move this thing here? No, I cannot move this. Okay, you can basically automate the algorithms here, that you maybe try out different algorithms. I don't know. So basically the two main things here. Then what you get, now you get a result from the training, and then you make a decision. Do you retrain or do you deploy it? So you can automate the decision making. Here. Makes sense, right? Seems quite logical. Okay. So now you can automatically change the test data or try out the test data and the training data, different ratios, different data. You can automatically modify the hyperparameters, and with the results, you can decide what to do automatically. You can go and deploy it, or you can go back and try some more and optimize the whole thing. So this is a very then you're already there how to train the whole thing, and then comes further. So now you can make the decision. You're getting here, creating a model, and then you need to deploy it. And one thing you can always automate is the deployment process here. How do you deploy the stuff? With versioning, and let's say deploy rules and processes. And so you already have 4 4 ways to do automation: modifying the training and test data, modifying hyperparameters, using automated decision making. Is this good? Does this need more work? The deployment process, if yes, you can automate this, and then you're in production. And then one other thing that quickly came to mind is what you can automate is the monitoring and the triggering of retrain or triggering of actions. This is also something that you can easily you can log and monitor. So here are already very good options to automate. Of course, people say you can automate more, but one thing that comes up very often is end-to-end automation. Basically, you feed something data and you get an output, and you basically have a platform that automates everything, that does everything, and generates the output that you think. I'm not there with people who think this is possible and you can do this very easily in production. And I don't know if the results would be any good, or you have the performance to do let's say a brute force here, completely brute force. So that's always what people also think is that you have a deep learning algorithm and you just throw in data and then it solves basically everything, which that doesn't work. You need first work on the data and work with the data and then feed it into the model. You need to do some cleaning up, some pre-processing, and this is another step here. Now I need to count quickly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be step 6. Step 6 would be if you look at this slide here, you have your model and the data that goes in. Of course, this data here, this here needs to be pre-processed. Pre-processing and cleaning. So that's basically the data, or should I mark this? Let's say this. So this pre-processing step here, this, of course, once you have this and once you know what you need to pre-process and once you know what you automate, is you can definitely use this and automate this. Also, one other thing that I think can be automated in some way, it's not 100% there right now, is a data exploration, because you have in your data, you have certain features and certain, let's say behavior. Maybe not. Don't put it here. Do I have a? Let me just test something. Come on, show the screen brush tool. Where's the tool? Here it is. Can I erase the stuff here? Okay, I can't find an eraser. No. So you basically, the data needs to, there is maybe some more information. Info or and unknown behavior. In the data. And this is this maybe or basically data exploration. Data. And I think there are tools and possibilities to automate this and to basically give a visualization and pre-find interesting behavior, interesting features of the whole thing. But it's it's more of a harder thing to do. So I think these are some areas where it absolutely makes sense to go with automation. And it's also in the data engineering process. So if you quickly, or if in a platform, from my, I don't know if this is the original or the newest one. So basically, if you're building a pipeline here, then you can easily automate pipelines, create pipelines, how the data flows through the system. This is also something that makes sense and is easy to automate.